assistant had to tell me that.
Yeah. Well, imagine being a former player yourself. It's nice to get your hands back on the Big Bear, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, when I played, Michigan didn't have a varsity program. It started in 2000, but I've been a part of every one of these rivalry games since its inception, and it's tough. It's two great teams. They did a good job, and they were desperate. And I think getting that early goal really got us going.
Two guys that played the big part, Brad and Jimmy, with a clean sheet today. Their first time beating Michigan. Got to feel good for these guys getting their first time over the rivalry.
Yeah, I'm certainly happy for both of them. I mean, Jimmy's gone through St. Hague, and he's put his time in the program. He was special today. He was a big-time goalkeeper. And Santala's been playing well. He just doesn't get rewarded a lot with goals or assists, and so to see him get the goal, I was happy for both of them and happy for the team. I mean, we just worked really well together as a group. You know, it wasn't our best performance, but in these games, you just got to grind it out and do whatever it takes to get a victory, and I thought our guys certainly did that.
Is that maybe just a little bit of tired legs down the stretch, letting Jimmy having to take a few more shots on goal than you would have liked, or with a midweek game?
Well, I just think actually we went up early and we were 1-0, and you feel like he got too much to give up, and we didn't just deal with some stuff in decision making when we tried to counter him, and that gets pretty tired. And most of their stuff came just on service in the box and stuff. So, I thought we dealt with it for the most part pretty well, but it was a great performance for sure.
What can you say about the start to this season? 2-0 to start the Big Ten and 5-1 overall.
Well, it's just that it's a good start. I mean, we're 1/3 of the season basically through. You got 17 games and a Big Ten tournament game, so that's 18, and we're 1/3 of the way through. I think more importantly than just getting wins, which is important, I think we've played pretty well. If you can play that, again, I didn't think we were great today, but to do everything else and come out with a win, I thought was good.
What did the rivalry aspect add to this game?
Well, there's a lot more emotion. You can tell. I mean, in the Big Ten, Big Ten soccer. There's 9 programs, and I don't know if there's another game like this. There's some other ones, but you have Michigan State, and that trophy. It's huge, and it just adds to it. I mean, the crowd. I want to thank everybody out at DeMar. I mean, that was the largest crowd to be at a men's soccer game, 31-75, I think. I mean, it was awesome, and it was a great atmosphere.
Finally, the defense now with 3 straight shutouts. What have they pulled together after start of this season where they let in a few?
I just think they're getting used to playing with each other. I mean, you have Michael Pimlott, Michael Watungu, are 2 freshmen back there. I give a lot of credit to guys like Ryan Sarakowski, our forward, who works his tail off to help us defend as a group. So it's not just Jimmy Hague, it's not just our back four, it's all 11 players out there, it's our subs, and we're starting to gel that way.
As they started throwing more bodies forward in the last 15 and 20, how well do you think that back four and Jimmy kind of handled that pressure?
They dealt with it pretty well. I mean, they played calm, we got to balls, and more importantly too, I think we got to second balls. So you're going to win the initial a lot. Jimmy Fiskus was a warrior back there, Watungu was good, but we started to get to some loose ones too. Dewey, I thought, had a good game, so that was important to get to the second balls.
I don't know much. You go to Maryland now, is that right?
Yeah, I heard they're pretty good.
Yeah, do you know much about them at all?
They're very good. They're top 5 in the country. They're as good as anybody is out there, and it's an awesome environment. They'll have 5,000-6,000 people Friday night on the Big Ten. So I guess I'll have to start thinking about that in about 5 or 10 minutes.